Good afternoon. Thank you for attending this afternoon's webinar. Today's webinar will be focused on cash flow analytics and be able to provide you a quick view in terms of what we have to offer as cash flow analytics. Here's an introduction of what we will cover this afternoon. We will do a quick introduction of the team, some cash flow overview, and a use case of how you can leverage these analytics. So if you haven't met the customer success team, my name is Erica Ramirez, and I'm a customer success manager. We also have my colleague Cameron Evans, a senior customer success associate. So here's a quick overview of the cash flow analytics. We are here to offer a new experience in terms of new information that is available both in the API and the dashboard. Within today's environment, we have different areas where we're starting to see some changes where we wanted to adjust with analytics. The market, we've been seeing rising interest and inflation rates, increasing demand for small business credit and rising delinquencies. We're also seeing small business lenders wanting to finite amount of capital, lower approval rates, and increased costs. What are we trying to focus on? We're trying to focus on speed, staying competitive, and credit risk management potential loss rates. So how are we adjusting this? With a new analytics cash flow. We will be able to adjust different areas such as staying competitive with results 10 times faster than before, better risk prediction. How do we identify new transaction tags, task customizations, and pre-engineered cash flow features? In addition, we'll be able to give you some more robust, accurate revenue, debt, and expense calculations. As well, we offer now a streamlined, efficient workflows, whether they be on the API or the dashboard. So while you may be asking of the importance of cash flow underwriting. So when you're doing your underwriting practices, these are these areas where you can focus on and have been focusing on. You evaluate borrowers in the context of changing environment, gather broad data through bank statements, understand unique financial dynamics, evaluate more debt capacity and ability to pay, and identify financially important transactions such as lender interactions and NSFs. Here's a quick calculation on a use study that we've conducted with one of our clients. One of their questions were, revenue, debt, and expense calculations look very different from analytics 1.0 to 2.0, which one is right? What is occurring here? We now have differences in calculations which are expected. Our models for analytics 2.0 are more fine-tuned and more accurate, which are reflecting how lenders are calculating revenue, debt, and expenses today. The calculations are more granular and do not require clients to make additional adjustments after the fact. These improvements result in a more client input and feedback, which is a great example of how our clients benefit from expansive client network and flywheel effect. What are the benefits of Analytics 2.0? It provides lenders more accurate data to accelerate decisions and allow them to underwrite more loans and effectively manage risk. Areas of improvement are speed, faster decisions, handle more volume, provide quicker lending decisions versus lenders, win more business. Credit risk, more informed decisions, more context and insights, more accurate and underwriting risk predictions, and more measured risk taking. In addition, it's fully integrated experience. Our API and dashboard now offer the flexibility and ease of assessing data on both of our different views. In addition, you can create more streamlined and efficient workflows for those on the dashboard and the API. Now, let me demonstrate an example of the new experience. I've now logged into a book within the dashboard. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough in terms of what we now have available for cash flow analytics. On the left bar, you'll now see two different sections. You'll see an accounts and transactions. We're going to click on the accounts. Within the account tab, you will now see account summary. You'll see the different types of account holder information, which have beginning date, ending date, beginning balance, ending balance, average daily balance, average transaction size, days of negative balance, maximum deposit, and max withdrawal, in addition to average deposit and average withdrawal. You're now able to toggle back and forth to the multiple types of accounts that have been uploaded within your book. You can also view different time periods, whether they be 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. And then you could also filter between the different time frames. Let's move on to the cash flow at a glance. Here you will see a balance history of the different statement periods. You'll see debt ratio coverage, total loan payments, total income, total expense, and total loan proceeds. You'll also see total NSF counts. You have the ability here as well to toggle between the different time periods of monthly, weekly, and daily. And you can now export this information in a CSV file or PNG file. If we move further down, you will now see a nice visual of a bar graph that shows a depiction of income and expenses within the different time periods. You can go into the monthly, weekly, or daily view, and as well as export this information. Scrolling down further, you'll see a summary by transaction tags. These tags pertain to all different algorithms for our financial models. These are the current ones that exist for this specific example, and you will see it vary depending on the statements that have been uploaded. You can toggle between the different time periods as well as export it. These tags will vary again based on the statements that have been uploaded and the transaction descriptions. Let's move into the transactions view. In this view, we now have the ability to be more flexible in terms of what you can filter. For example, in the transaction view, you can now do a filtering of transactions between a specific term, and you can apply. You can also do a filtering by the transactions that have been starred. For example, if you start these transactions and you click yes, you will see the transactions that have been starred. For whatever reason, you may have your own filtering system. You can also do a filtering between different time periods of dates. You can do a filtering between the different accounts. If you had uploaded multiple accounts, you would be able to filter here. You can do filtering by debit or credit transactions, and you could also put it in a specific value. In this specific section, you can see which transactions have been included in income, and you can do your manual adjustments here. For example, if you saw these Venmo transactions or Square or alternative payment transactions, and you wanted to exclude them from your income, you can toggle the specific view from blue to gray, and it would exclude them, and vice versa. If you wanted to see all the transactions that have been excluded, you can include them by clicking on this toggle to the blue. Now, if you wanted to see all the transactions tags that have been applied to these transactions, you would click on all, and you would see all the transaction tags that are available for your specific accounts. Here you can see the tags that have been applied for the transactions. And again, you can filter by the different transaction deposits and the different merchant services tags. Coming at the end of this year, you'll have the ability to create your own custom tags, which will be a bit more helpful in terms of creating your own customization of tags. For now, these apply to our financial models. In addition, if you wanted to look deeper in terms of where the transaction is within the statement, if you click on the transaction, it'll note where in the statement it has been featured. If you wanted to create a comment for the specific transaction, if you click on the left-hand side and double click on comments, you can enter a comment there. So again, this is now what we offer in terms of the cash flow analytics. If you would like to get this available for your account, simply call support at Ocrolus or your account contact, and we could get this enabled quickly. This will now be in general release as of June 14, 23. So if you do not have this available, again, please reach out to support at Ocrolus or your account contact.